You too. What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, what's going on? Uh, I wanna make a shout out to that driver on 285. It's a driver. It's a truck that caught on fire on 285. I want to do a shout out for this driver. I hope he all right, man. Man. I don't know if any of y'all watch my videos out there on 285, but it was terrible. It was real terrible. They closed for 4 months. Who closed for 4 months? Big Face, what's going on? Chiefa, what's going on? What's up with the camera angles? I'm driving down the road. I'm trying to be safe as I can. You know, in Georgia, you can't have the phone in your hand in Georgia. So this is the best camera view you can get. It's gonna be shut down for 4 months. I don't think it's gonna go that far. I'd be really surprised if it go longer than this month. It's just you can't close the government down for that extended amount of time and expect people to come to work. The country will fall apart, you know. There's just certain functions in the country that, you know, we just required to have certain people working in the country, in the White House and stuff like that. Certain agencies have to function in order for the country to function. And, you know, if you want to believe that they can just shut down the government for an extended amount of time and nothing won't happen, you kidding yourself. I mean, you know, certain agencies have to function, and then it starts to trickle down to the state level, you know. So when it starts to trickle down to the state level, when it creates a disruption in certain agencies, like the Department of Education can't function, because then you're getting into schools, and schools not getting their revenue, so then they're gonna have to shut down schools. For what I understand, universities around some universities around the country won't be able, or students are not able to go to class because the government is shut down. You know, if financial aid, you know, Section 8 housing, if you're trying to get a passport, if you're trying to get a DOT number, if you're trying to close on a house, all these agencies have to function. I can't just see them shutting down shutting down the government for an extended amount of time. I mean, you can probably push it 30 days, but after that, 2 months, 3 months, you talking about a full quarter government being shut down. I don't know. That's just my common sense. I don't know what I'm talking about. However, I got a sense, and you know, that's what my common sense tells me. So you feel bad for the W-2 workers? Yeah, for some people who don't have like some savings, or you got a good You got a credit card with a large limit on it. Yeah, I feel sorry for those people. Because if you got a credit card with like 30, 40, 50,000, you can get through this period. No problem. You know, and you got a little bit of money in the bank, 10,000 in the bank, you'll be all right. Because, you know, I mean, they're going to get paid. It's just a matter of when, you know, it's just, and the problem is when they shut down the government this damn long, 30 days, 60 days, you're going to have a backlog of work in the system. All these agencies have jobs to do. And so when you have a backlog of work, applications need to be processed and all this stuff like that, you have to pay these people overtime. So you have to pay their time plus the overtime to get back up to speed, you know. And I mean, for the government worker at this point, yeah, it's gonna be tough, but you just got to have a little bit of money in the bank. You'll get through it. Or if you're somebody that is hardworking type of person, you can get out here and make a little side. You know, you can do some Uber on the side. You can do hair. You know, you can do hair on the side. It's tax time, so you know, you can do hair. I mean, depending on who you are. If you're a male, if you're a guy that work in the government, and you know, you can do some side stuff on the side, you know. So, I mean, you know, it's always good to have a little side hustle. It's always good to have a little side hustle. You know, it's a lot of things you can do on the side. You can tutor. I knew a lady. She worked. I knew a lady. She worked. She was a science teacher, and she tutored on the side. And she was telling me she made an extra $20,000 a year tutoring on the side. You know, on the weekend she would have like 4 or 5 people lined up on the weekend. And you know, if you're a college student or if you're a high school student and you needed some help with chemistry, she was a chemistry teacher. So chemistry is a tough subject. So you put a Craigslist ad out there, you put a Facebook ad out there and say you need somebody, you know, tutor your kid. You know, you charge them $100 a session. You can have them lined up, $100 for 2 hours of tutoring. That'll be your weekend. You can make an extra $400 in a day, you know. And I was talking to this lady. She paid off some of her student loan debt with that, you know, by tutoring on the side. You know. But yeah, I can go on and on about that, but I can go on and on about that, but let me see what y'all talk about. I be trying to tell people to start a business. That's right, man. I mean, it's crazy because it's like when I tell guys to start a business, they think that starting a business means going out there, getting in corporation and starting a Facebook, you know, starting a Walmart. Like when people think of business, they think of Walmart. They think of, you know, like, so, um, I tell y'all to start a business because it's a spiritual. I know for me, getting my truck and doing real estate is spiritual for me. It gives me fulfillment. It gives me a sense of worth. It gives me a sense of contribution. I feel I feel good, like there's a reason to get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So like I said in my videos, it's just, I know, like for me starting a business, it's a spiritual calling. It's a spiritual healing thing that, when you work 20 hours a day in your business, yeah, you'll be tired, but your tiredness will be like, yeah, I put it in today. I got it in today. Woo, I'm tired, but you go to bed smiling. You go to bed tired, but smiling, right? But if you got a job, you watching the clock, you trying to get the hell away from here. It's a different kind of feeling, like you dread doing it, So, um, you know, um, and so that's why I tell guys to get a business. Yeah, you making money and stuff like that, but I'm not telling guys to quit their job and go start a business. That's not what I'm saying. If you got a job, yeah, keep that job, but go start a business on the side, because I know for me, starting a business is a way to supplement my boredom. Because if I didn't have a lot of stuff to do, if I didn't have my truck, if I wasn't doing real estate, I'd be sitting around watching TV, doing nothing. And I spent most of my 20s doing that, and I wasted a lot of time. And I'm trying to find ways to stay productive and stay busy, because if I don't, I'll sit up here and be 50, 60 years old and be pissed off at myself. I'm pissed off at myself right now. So I'm mad because I spent most of my 20s wasting time doing nothing. And so, like when I was in school, like I wasted a lot I feel like I wasted a lot of time. Like I went to the club, I hung out on the weekend, I wasted all this money, and I bought clothes. I had a car with rims on it. I did all this stuff, man. So when I talk about guys, buying rims and chargers and stuff like that, like I've had a car with rims and stuff. I wasted that money. Like I've done that stuff. So, like I don't want to, when I be preaching to y'all, I don't be trying to preach. It's just that I be preaching because I come from a place where if you're a young guy watching my videos, you 20 years old, 25 years old, I wish I can go back to the 20-year-old, 25-year-old me and tell myself, hey, stop that. Go listen to some audiobooks. Go read some personal development books. Go read a book on taxes. Go read a book on business development. Go read a book on history. Go get a truck. Go get your real estate license. Go, you know what I mean? Like I wish I can go back and go tell the 20-year-old, 25-year-old me, say, hey man, stop that. But I did it, and I got it out of my system, and it's done. But so that's what I'll be talking about. I just decided to get my car dealer's credentials, flip cars, as well as drive a truck. That's right, man. Why not? You ain't doing nothing else. I want to get a dealer's license too. Why not? I mean, when I die, my old man, God willing, I get, be able to live 80, 90 years old. When I die, I want to have a portfolio of stuff under my belt. I want to say like I did it all. I lived a fulfilled life. I did real estate. I had a trucking business. I had a dealership. I did this. I did that. I did this and I did that. And I can live, I did stuff in the community. I ran for Senate. I ran for the District 5 in Georgia or something. I don't know. I ran for governor. Who knows where I might be at in 20 years from now. But that's the deal. Like, like I go back home to my old neighborhood growing up, and like I see the guys that I grew up with, and some of the guys that were older than me at that time, they're still there. Like I went back to my old neighborhood, crack houses, and it's in the hood. And like I drove by, and some of them guys are still there. Some of those guys are still there standing on the corner. I kid you not. They are still there. And a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of y'all, some of y'all who grew up in the hood, you go back to your old neighborhood and like you look around, they are still there. And like I'm thinking like, okay, because where I'm at right now, I could never dream this, like being where I'm at, doing real estate, got a trucking business, and I have a house in a nice neighborhood. I got 2 paid for cars, and I got money in the bank. I could never imagine this when I was a little boy, 10, 15 years old, growing up where I grew up at. Because where I grew up at, I'm guaranteed to be in jail or locked up or shot. I'm not supposed to be here right now, So, gonna start my second LLC next week. That's right, man. Do it. Start as many LLCs as you need, because starting those businesses provides an avenue for you to do business and to provide a legal structure to do business. So, and you got a lot of people out here, they don't even start. A lot of people out here don't create a business structure. They just go out here and start making money, and they don't have a business structure, and they go out here making all money, and then they owe the IRS a whole bunch of taxes, and then they you name it. Like they owe the IRS a whole bunch of taxes. They got all this money and don't know what to do with it. And that's just why I make these videos, because I know it's a handful of y'all that's watching my videos, and like I talk about taxes. Like the title of this video is tax season. Like, for example, I was just at Walmart. This what sparked this video and gave me the idea, the inspiration to do this video. Because I was in Walmart just a while ago. I was buying some stuff, And I was in Walmart, and and you know when you go to Walmart, they have them tax. Over there, Jackson Hewlett and all these different companies, they have, you know, people come into Walmart and do their taxes. And like I walked by and it was like a line of people. It was like 5 or 6 people in line waiting to do their taxes. And I'm like, I'm shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head. You know the emoji, shaking your head? Shake my head. SMH. Shake my head. So I'm like, I don't know if y'all understand, but you can do your own taxes on your phone. If you're a W-2 person, you don't have a business, you have no business going to no tax place and having them charge you $50, $100, $200 to do your doggone taxes. Doing your taxes ain't that damn hard. It take you like 5 minutes to do your taxes on your phone. If you're a W-2 income earner and you pay rent and you got a car and that's all you got, that's all you need to do. You don't have any itemized deductions. You don't have a business. You're not deducting in nothing. You got income from a job. So you made 50,000 and you paid Medicare $1,500. You paid FICA $2,000. You had $5,000 in withholding and all that stuff. And you paid maybe $3,000 in Medicare medical premiums, and then you got a 401k plan. You just go down the list, and you can go on H&R Block. You can pull it up on your phone, and you can do your taxes right on your phone. It take you 5 minutes. And it's crazy because it's something so simple like that people don't know how to do. And like I tell you all the time, I've been doing my taxes since I was 18. So it's just like when I was 18, I got my first job. Well, I've had all kinds of jobs before the age of 18, but when I turned 18, that was my first tax-paying job where I received like where I report my income, my first job where I got medical insurance. But before then, I worked for companies on and off through high school and stuff like that, and through middle school, side hustles and whatnot. So, my brother, he had his own business back in the day. My two uncles, they had their own business back in the day. And I worked for them, and I did little side hustles here and there with friends and family members and whatnot. So I was working ever since I was like 10 years old. And so when I got my first tax reporting job, I think I took my taxes to a person one time. And then since then, I found out like, okay, how easy it is to do your own taxes and how cheap it is to do your own taxes. If you make less than like $48,000 a year, you can do your own taxes for free. The IRS allows you to do your own taxes for free. I forgot what the threshold, but there's a threshold. I think it's like 48,000 and change. You gotta look at the different it's on the IRS website. So if you make less than like $48,000 a year, you qualify for free tax preparation. So you go on the website, you do your taxes for free. So most people who go to Walmart and go to Jackson Hewlett to get their taxes done, I'm sure most of them people make less than $48,000 a year. So you can go in there, you go on the website, you can do it on your phone, and you do your own taxes. Simple as that, And I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. Like I try to talk to guys about doing their own taxes. they get real fearful and scared, talking about they're gonna get audited and all this stuff. It's like y'all be acting like getting audited is like the worst thing in the world or something. Like it's like I'm gonna get audited. So I mean, it's almost like going through bankruptcy. It's like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be bankrupt." You acting like bankruptcy is bad. Bankruptcy is a tool. It's a tool that uh you the United States has created to allow someone who is doing business and they're failing in their business to walk away and start over. It's a tool. You know, you file for bankruptcy, you go through the process, and about 2 years, you can get credit again. You know, and like after a couple years, like you forget that whole. Like I've known people who went through bankruptcy and like they forgot that they had went through bankruptcy. Like I know 2 people who went through bankruptcy. They had a business, it failed. Okay, cool. After about 2 years, they was able to go and get credit again. They started over. This time they did things a little bit different. And that's the learning process. And these particular people, they're in real estate. So they built their portfolio right back up again. They was able to buy some rental properties again, and they're sitting on a 10, 15, 20 unit real estate portfolio. But let somebody else tell it. Folk will be so scared to get out here and do stuff, get out here and learn. That's the whole purpose, to get out here and learn something and feel good about it. But the system makes you feel so fearful and scared to even try, and like make you feel so, it's the spirit in that is just so marginal. You know, it's ridiculous. Like people talk about, you know, bankruptcy or getting audited or borrowing money and all this stuff. It's just like, come on, man. Like, you know, there's a way to borrow money in an intelligent way where you can use it in an intelligent way where you use it sparingly, you know, and you know how to use it and use it with some sense. But if you're just going out here just spending money and borrowing money and just racking up a whole bunch of debt and you don't have no plan, yeah, you might hurt yourself. But if you're using debt, okay, to go buy some rental properties, or if you buying some real estate and you can do a spreadsheet and show that the number is going to make you a profit, I say, why not? But, you know, I don't like to talk about the borrowing money thing just because, you know, I'm going to get a couple trolls on here talking about I'm a debt whore and all this stuff. It's just like, okay, I don't know if you're aware, but a lot of billionaires and millionaires borrow money. So I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You're gonna sit up there and be scared for the rest of your life to take a loan out, $20,000 loan, $10,000 loan, where you're gonna make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 off that money. You know what I mean? So it's you know, I mean, this country is built on debt. I mean, you know, the whole premise of the dollar is debt, you know. So let me read some of these questions. I'm trying to give y'all some content. That's all I'm trying to do. E.E. Watkins said, I completed my day, got that 21-day wait coming next week. Oh, yeah? Even with the government being shut down? Shoot. That's interesting. Guys getting the authority. Big Chris, no need to beat yourself up. You got to go through something to be able to know better down the line. That's why I be trying to tell guys. That's why I tell guys to start a business. Because I know that the regime will make you believe that starting a business is so bad. That's what they want you to believe. They'll put up statistics saying, okay, 9 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 5 years and stuff, you know. But it's like, yeah, because a lot of those businesses they either start without a plan. Like a lot of businesses are random situations. Like I can sit here right now and just start a business. I can start a business right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, like I went to the bank. I remember going to the bank, open up a business checking account. And I was telling the people, you know, all the stuff that I'm trying to do. And like, you know, the guy, we was having conversation, and like, you know, when I left, the guy was just like, well, good luck on success, you know. And like, I can hear it in his voice where he's like, you know, scared for me. I'm like, well, I'm not starting a Facebook. Like, if you're going to start a business, you need to do things that's tried and true. You know, a tried and true business is something that's been around for a long time, and you applying your little technique to it. You know, trucking has been around a long time. I mean, most guys, you know, who've been in trucking, they've been in trucking for a while. They've been a company driver for a while, and they want to go get a truck. That's just the natural progression. So if you've been in a certain industry for a while, it's natural to just be able to just go get a truck. Because if you're a truck driver for 5 years and you want to go get a truck, your chances of success is better than somebody who just got their CDL and they just want to go get a truck. You know what I mean? So the point I'm trying to make is like, okay, if you're going to start a business, have a plan. Okay, so it's just like, okay, I'm not talking about starting a Facebook. Like, I'm not talking about getting into a high risk industry, you know. Like, if you, like, for example, you're going to get a truck. There's some things to limit your risk. Okay, you can pay cash for the truck, save up and pay cash for the truck. Okay, or find a truck for about 20 or 30,000, something that's not too expensive. You have a decent chance of making it. But if you go out there and like get a $200,000 truck and $50,000 trailer and all, it's got all the bells and whistles on the trailer, and you don't have no business plan on how to generate the revenue to justify that, all that equipment, I don't know if you're gonna make it. You get what I'm saying? So having a proper business plan, looking at your expenses and see if you can actually make it, you know? So a lot of it is just common sense. Now, if you, like, say, for example, you starting a landscaping business, a hair business, I mean, all kinds of businesses, you know, and it's just like, all of it just boils down to just having a business plan and having some kind of structure and looking at some numbers and like, okay, I can go out here and make this much of money, and my expenses are this, I can make this much profit. And like, it's amazing to me, I bump into people who don't even have that basic concept when it comes to business. And I'm thinking, like, that's the reason why businesses fail. just basic, you know, arithmetic, basic concepts to business, you know, adding, subtracting. You know, simple as that. You know. All right, man. How much do you charge to do my taxes? I never thought about doing somebody else's taxes. I mean, I have thought about it. Maybe in the future when I get to a place where I can get outside of the truck and then I can explore other opportunities to grow. But right now I'm a worker bee. So I'm an owner operator. So that's just where I'm at right now. I'm doing real estate and I'm running my truck. So I'm an owner operator in both these businesses. But once I get to a place, when I scale this business and scale it up to a point where I can remove myself a few positions from it, then, you know, I won't have to be as active in the business as much. Then I feel comfortable exploring other opportunities, you know, doing other folks' taxes, business consulting and stuff like that. I mean, if you're watching my videos, I do a lot of business consulting right here on these videos. So, you know, I mean, if you can read between the lines, you can pretty much take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt, and it could help you get started. Because I don't really have a structure to my videos, and I should get a structure down. You know, I bought that whiteboard. I bought a whiteboard a couple of videos back. I did a video with my whiteboard. I got that whiteboard with the intentions on making more structured videos for y'all, you know. But a lot of my videos, they're random videos. I could just be like this video now. I was at Walmart and I was like, man, that'd be a good idea to make a video. So I'm making this video. I mean, I have a lot of ideas, but a lot of the ideas, they just come up. And a lot of times I just don't have no time to put all that polish to the video, you know. So your boy Rich say, what's the point of having good credit if you ain't gonna use it? Just don't understand how this shit. I used 2 credit cards, balance transfer, 0% interest for 21 months. Made that money back in 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I use my credit all the time. I flip credit all the time. And see what your boy Rich just said. I do that all the time. I apply for like 3 credit cards. I apply for a credit card, maybe 2 credit cards this month, and I apply for a credit card during December. Let me tell y'all something about credit. Like during the holidays, it's the best time to get a credit card because a lot of the banks, they know that, okay, it's Christmas time and they're hoping for you to go ahead and rack up some debt. So what your boy Rich did, I have 2 of those credit cards. Y'all don't believe me. I just went and got 2. I just got 2 credit cards in the mail this month. I got one in let me see, make sure to see this credit card here. Okay. Wait, okay. This credit card right here, I ain't even pulled a sticker off of it. This credit card right here, it gives me $200 cash back if I spend $2,000 in the first 90 days. Let me see. I found this. Hold on. This credit card right here. I just got that credit card. That credit card gives me $150 cash back if I spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. And so once I reach $1,500, I pay the card off and get free money. I mean, it's like you know, that's the kind of stuff. I mean, it's just basically, now it ain't a bunch of money, but I do that all the time. I've accumulated, I don't know how many credit cards, but I do that all the time just because these credit card companies are always having promotions. And being a business owner and running my truck, as much money that I spend on fuel, tires, as much money I spend on rental property stuff, I'm buying materials to do business. It's easy for me to just rack up $1,500. I got a Chase credit card. I applied for a Chase credit card about 6 months ago. It's a business cash back card. I applied for that card. That card gave me $350 cash back if I spent $3,000 in the first 90 days. You know what I did? I bought fuel with that card. I reached the $3,000 in the first 30 days. That's free money, man. Free money. $350 for free. Paid the bill off in full. And that's it. And keep it moving. And like, so, I mean, you know, so, and like what your boy Rich is talking about, you got to know how to use debt, man, because you can use debt to acquire stuff, pay the debt off quick and move on. But if you're buying bullshit, you won't be able to do this stuff because the stuff that you buying isn't paid for. It's not paying back enough to justify it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, if you buying Jordans, you can't buy Jordans for 200 and flip the 200 to 500. You know, you can't buy a Charger for 20,000 and then turn around and sell that Charger for 35, 40,000. Because you buying the wrong stuff. You got to buy real estate, you know. You got to buy stuff that appreciate. You can buy artwork. You can buy, you know, you can flip cars. You can buy cars for $2,000, turn around, fix the car, sell the car for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. That's how you use debt. That's what debt was used. That's what debt was. That's what credit cards and debt. That's what it was made to use for. You know. Walmart, let me tell y'all something about Walmart. Walmart makes, I think it's like 80% of their merchandise is bought on credit. Think about that. All that stuff that you buy in the store, Walmart don't pay for it up front. They buy it on credit. And like, I was trying to get a Dell account. I was trying to get a Dell business account. I was trying to get a Hewlett Packard. I was looking to get a Hewlett Packard business account. So what you can do is once you get a Dell or a Hewlett Packard business account, you can go get this account. You can buy computers at like wholesale or a deep discount and turn around and do drop shipping on Amazon or eBay. You can buy $1,000 computers at half the price, turn around and sell them on Amazon and eBay at a $200-$300 profit. That's what credit was used for. That's what it's meant to be used for. Credit is not meant to be buying couches and Jordans and TVs and all this clothes and garbage that depreciate. That's not what credit was designed for. And like, you know, credit originated as a business tool. If you go back in history, you can see where credit originated at. That's what credit was made for. Your boy Rich say, now they say I'm boogie. They mad at me because it ain't turning out how they expected. I don't know what you're saying, your boy Rich. But yeah, your boy Rich, you right on point, man.
Your last comment concerning scaling your business was a hidden jewel. An owner operator is actually self-employed. He owns his job. A business is actually a system where you don't have to be there. Right. Right. And I know that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people who are self-employed, they're a one-man show. They basically bought a job, you know. It ain't a business until you scale it and remove yourself from it. Until you build a system, until you build I don't know if y'all watch the Marcus I can't pronounce his last name, Marcus Laramus, whatever. On The Prophet, he talks about this all the time. Like on The Prophet, Marcus, he goes into these businesses and he be trying to help these small businesses out. And he'll go in there and try to help these guys, you know, see the light, because they're not seeing the light. They so attached to the business, which I get it, because if you grew this business and it's your baby, you ain't trying to give it to somebody, but that's the process, you know, and it takes time. And like, you know, because it's like a lot of people want to get mad at these people, but you can't get mad at them because they just need to go through that process. You got to be patient and give them time to go through that process, because what Marcus does, he'll go on the show and he'll come in and say, okay, you need a process, because you want to be able to scale this damn thing to like 1,000 units, and you can be able to drop new people in there and they know what to do. They know how to run it and they know how to do operations. It's so scalable. So that's what I'm working on at this point. I'm trying to work on finding a system for my trucking business. I'm trying to find a system for a real estate thing, and it's gonna take some time. You know, you just don't sit there overnight and be like, you wake up and you got this streamlined system and you got $1 billion business. It takes time, and I'm down for the journey. I ain't doing nothing else with my time. You know, that, I'm happy with that, and I'm down for that journey to progress in that journey, you know. So I want to be able to get a system together to where I can hire guys, pay guys, I can hire a manager if I want to, and I can just scale this thing. And it's just like, I can go away for 6 months, come back, and I ain't miss a beat. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of system you're looking for. You know, because Walmart and Apple, Microsoft and Facebook and Tesla, you better believe they got a system in place. You know, but you know, it's my turn. It's my turn to try. You know, I feel like I got something to offer to the world. You know, I feel like I got a lot to offer, you know, so I can do it too. Vince K, let's see. I do the same thing with my credit cards. Just spent $3,000 on my Chase cards and got $500 cash back, easy money. That's what I say. And see, that's just and that's why I tell y'all to get a business. Like, if you don't have a business, you would never see this stuff. It's a lot of money out here. You just ain't gonna never see it because you so busy on Facebook. You so busy. You know what I mean? You so busy, you know, sitting around and stuff. And it's like, you get a business now, you can see past the forest, you can see through the trees, and you can see them little gems over there. It's like, man, I can make $1,000 a day doing that right there. Oh man, I can make da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So just sitting here making these videos, I have so many ideas written down. Like, you know, I wanted to get in affiliate marketing because I got a large following, man. Like I can sell y'all stuff. I mean, you know, I was thinking about doing some t-shirts, you know, I mean, just all kind of stuff, you know, even with real estate, I can, it's a whole lot of money out here. And it's just like, you would never know it until, you get into it, you know, and it's just like, I'm sitting here thinking, I want to be able to buy, I want to be able to buy a hotel, you know, I want to be able to buy an apartment building, but it's just something you got to work up to, you know. You just, because once you start buying real estate, you buying trucks and things like that, you have a business, and it's like that business scales up and money starts compounding. You can roll that money into other things. That's incredible. You know, you won't be able to do that buying Jordans because Jordans don't appreciate, you know. So that stuff is sexy to me. I don't care about Jordans no more. I don't care about flashy clothes. I really don't even care about that stuff. The stuff I care about is like, I mean, looking at a spreadsheet where I got $1 million coming in and I ain't got to work, that's sexy to me. Like all that work that I put in to get that, I'm like, yeah, that's Walmart uses Synchrony Bank. They giving away money. I don't like Synchrony Bank. Like they I don't know, they're a little strict with their lending guidelines. I've been trying to get a Walmart business credit card for the longest. But they're a little strict on their lending guidelines. But every other bank out there I can get a business credit card from, or you know, a personal credit card from. But Synchrony Bank, they just, because you know, Synchrony Bank, they do like the department stores type credit cards, you know, the Targets and the Home Depot credit cards and stuff like that, you know. I don't like Synchrony Bank. But you know, so this video, I don't know if I touched the title of this video, but I don't know. I just be rambling. I just be trying to give y'all some content. I know a lot of y'all be in the truck, and give y'all something to listen to. You know, get something to inspire you riding down the road. Wayne say, let's see what he say. Why don't owner ops come together and make a fleet? That way they could get direct customers and greater credibility. I think owner operators are like that because guys are fearful. They're fearful of one another. It's kind of like that crab in the bucket mentality. Like every time like one crab try to makes it to the top, another crab pulled other crab down. You know what I'm saying? So it's that, you know, it's like that. It's that you get yours, I get mine type of mentality, you know, and you know, we don't want to work together and stuff. So I mean, a lot of communities out there do it. The Asian community does it. The Indian community, they do it. The Jewish community, they work together for the better good, you know, and you know, and that's a good point, you know, like we need to team up so we can make some moves out here. And you know, it's just a matter of, you know, we just got to get out here, get our business resources together, and put our business resources together, and we can go out here and make some moves. That's what Jay Morrison talks about. He got that real estate fund together, and he pulls together all these millions of dollars, billions of dollars in revenue to go out here and buy the block, you know, buy our neighborhoods back. So that's what he's doing with his fund. And you know, we truck drivers, we can do that in trucking. We can do that. It's just, you know, it's you know, we don't want to team together and pull our resources together. You know, if we can get 1,000 owner operators, and each guy put in $1,000, that'll be a piece of change to make some moves out here. Everybody make their percentage, 10% rate of return. Everybody make a 10% rate of return. We can pull our resources together, and we can partner up under one big authority. You know, get a couple guys to run it and manage it, and we create one big authority, and we get 1,000 guys that'll give us 1,000 trucks, and we all come together and create this mega authority. Okay, that'll give us 1,000 guys. Put $1,000. I don't have my calculator here. What's 1,000 times 1,000? Okay, that'd be $1 million. $1 million in the marketplace is a lot of doggone money. $1 million out here, that's a lot of money. We can buy a decent amount of trailers. You know, we can buy a decent amount of trailers. If you got your own trailer, well, okay. But we can buy a decent amount of trailers. I mean, we can go out here and get some big contracts and make 10-15% rate of return. But that would be a great idea. And like all the big boys do that. So what I'm talking about is like when a company goes public, that's what companies do. They're raising capital. So when you go for a public offering, initial public offering, that's basically what you're doing. You're raising capital to go out here and do business. That's what Grant Cardone does. He does it for real estate. They call it syndication. So what you do is you hold a meeting or a show. Kind of like a radio show. You hold a broadcast show. You say, hey, I got a real estate get together. It's going to be good. You come down, boom, boom, boom. And you charge $500 a seat. You know, say you got maybe 10,000 people show up. 10,000 people show up. That will bring in a certain amount of revenue. And then on top of that, you would ask more people to come in and donate. They have to be accredited, of course. They have to be accredited investor. Okay, so you vet them. You check their checking account. You have them present their checking account, their income statements and stuff like that, and say, okay, we got this fund over here, and we're trying to raise $1 billion. You know, each investor, they put in $100,000. And their rate of return is 10-15%. Just say 10%. and they raised that money and they put that money into an asset that generates the return. So that's what Grant Cardone does. That's what, you know, a lot of the big boys does. All the big boys out here do that. Facebook, when Facebook went public, that's what they did. That's what the stock market is. It's a Ponzi scheme. And instead of going through the stock market, you can do a private fund. That's what mutual funds are, you know, and like, and see, that's where education comes in. And like, you know, I tell y'all, you got to start a business. That's why I tell you to start a business. You're not going to learn what I'm talking about until you start a business. Now you can learn this stuff. However, it's never going to occur to you to even think about this kind of stuff until you start your business. You get what I'm saying? Because now a lot of this stuff is just a natural evolution of thought when you have your own business. So when you have your own business, now you can go out here and you got something to offer, you know? If you just got a job, you don't have nothing to offer, you know? As a business owner, I got equipment, I got this, I got that, I got credit, you know what I'm saying? So I have business credit, I got something to offer. So we, you know, it's just, you know, you just got to pull our resources together, and it would take a lot. It would take, you know, that's what it would take, you know, guys sitting down. We need to have a owner operator meetup of some kind, you know. If I was to start something like this, I want serious candidates. I would charge $1,000 a seat, because anybody who's gonna pay $1,000 to join and to come to the venue, they're serious. And so, you know, but before I would do something like that, I would have to get the business plan together. I have to get an attorney together. I have to get an accountant together, because if you managing a whole bunch of people's money, you want to make sure it's taken care of properly. You want to make sure the legal paperwork is done properly. Like, that's not something I would do myself. I would definitely bring the legal team on and get that paperwork done and make sure everybody getting paid, get a business checking account, and get all the stuff done and make sure everything done properly. But that's what we basically have to do. All the big boys do this. All the big boys do this. They pull their resources together and they go out there and make moves. So all them executives up there and all them guys, the Trumps and the Bill Gates and all the big boys, they do what I just said, and that's what makes this country go around. And then you make money on top of money on top of money, and that's just what happened. You know, I'm thinking about going to Grant Cardone's 10X seminar in Miami. Oh yeah, all right. I mean, you better than me. I don't even think I'm on that level. D Major, what's going on? But hey, we got an hour on here. I think I did pretty good for y'all, and I gave y'all an hour. And I think this video was decent. It didn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go, but I think an hour was good. I'm gonna try to keep it short, because you know, I get on here and start running my mouth, you know. But hey,